Bodvar, this level 58 Bodvar that we really haven't seen too much from him in tournament. He does have the Lucian avatar, but he's staying away from the guns and staying away from the guitars as he comes in with this sword and hammer combo.
Of course, on the other side, we've seen this combination from Noel and Ethan, Stevani and Wu Shang, a relatively new comp, but definitely a very tenured team with it. They have the old synergy. They've got the sword and the spear, and of course, gauntlets are just becoming more and more favored as the season progresses, and people must be really liking it, as we've seen quite a few gauntlet characters here in the 2v2s.
Now, going into this game, we could see some frustration coming out from Wrench, as he did 4 hours ago tweet that, and I quote, "Wu Shang is a crutch legend." Of course, Ethan coming in with the Wu Shang, that beautiful Reno. Shouts out to Rivals of Aether and Dan Fornace and all the boys over there. That is a beautiful skin. One of my favorites in the game, actually. Definitely one of my favorite crossovers. Out of all the amazing crossovers we had, insane skin. Love it.
Yeah, gotta love a frogman. But we're getting into this one. Cosolix the most damage so far. Noel with a nice neutral light, and Ethan able to cover high. You saw Noel staying low, covering the stage, and Ethan literally ignoring Wrench to try to chase high to potentially finish off this stock of Cosolix.
Man, he's been nailing, though. I haven't seen people nailing D-Sig on Bodvar Hammer in like probably 2 or 3 years. If not more.
I mean, back when we first started, right? Like, that was the big thing, is you go off stage, when you're on your way back, you throw out the gravity cancel down signature. But Wrench doing it on stage, he's been very consistent with that D-Sig.
And it's strong. Like, it's a very strong signature. It can be very easy to punish, though, which is why you don't see it from a lot of Bodvar players, but it is extremely strong.
Ethan fairly damaged, though. One strong hit could be enough, as Wrench with a fantastic follow-up off the neutral light picks up a side air to finish off the first stock of Ethan.
See Ethan chasing really high. Cosolix ended up getting below him.
Oh,
hit the recovery. Wasn't able to get the nair follow-up. Ooh, Cosolix. Oh, he's used so much. Even if the T-Rex wasn't there to eat him, he was likely going to be dead from that. So many of his movement options were blown. He was going to have to rely on side airs to get back, maybe a little bit of help from Wrench, but the red team would have been waiting there to finish him up. For them, they didn't need it, though. They were able to grab both knockouts at the exact same time. We were lucky that there were 2 T-Rexes there, able to grab those.
Found the perfect spot on the map where there were conveniently 2 T-Rexes instead of the standard one. Wrenched with another D-Sig.
There was a nice dare and the side air that Ethan dodged through. Oh, Cosolix, he's going low on this one.
Oh, didn't get the jump. Noel showing him how it's done. Cosolix gonna get a chase dodge up. Wrench trying to save him, and Cosolix gets back up. Ooh, what a side sig.
Ground pound going down.
Yo, Cosolix is out.
Yeah, and he's out early. Just a little over 2.5 minutes before he was out. And look how many stocks are still left on the board. That's when, that's definitely a question mark, or an exclamation point, I should say, that raises when there are still 3 stocks on the red team and 2 stocks on your own team.
Oh, you saw Noel trying to position for it, just trying to stutter just far enough to hit that down light. Didn't quite find the positioning. Wrench able to hit the recovery. This is definitely doable for Wrench. Like, in terms of raw numbers, there's 2 stocks on each team, but it's always harder to be the one going up against 2 people.
He does have Noel in the orange. You're seeing how far those side airs are sending him. We may just see Ethan take the lead here. Noel still choosing to go in, kind of going down deep. Oh, man, Wrench taking some damage on the edge.
I'm surprised Red Team is choosing to fight this. It's very hard to set up for any sort of team combo on the edge, which is why usually in these 1v2s, you'll see someone just stick on that edge. Nice recovery pickup. Still not enough to finish off this Bodvar.
Man, Noel's really red, though. If he played that a little bit higher, Wrench might have found that unarmed recovery for the knockout. Big dare. Weapon toss going down. Going to hit Wrenched on the head. This is likely going to be the stock. There it is. Nice follow-up from Noel.
That's the way they've been playing that edge guard, though, is Noel sits a little bit further back. Ethan hits like a downer, and once he starts missing attacks is when Noel tries to make that rotate in to keep that pressure on top of Wrenched.
Now we're seeing Red Team take a little bit more control. That weapon spawn comes in. Wrench is able to grab it. Hits both members.
This is risky. I would not challenge this. That's a hammer.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
That's a hammer.
Let's see if they go in as hard this time.
Especially without a spear for Ethan. Like, that is so hard to do. The big side air. Oh, the weapon toss from his teammate.
This is winnable. This is dummy winnable.
This is doable.
Oh,
nice side
not
sig. You gotta finish it. Gotta finish it. Can't give him back the stage. Oh.
Oh no, Ethan.
He's getting greedy. He's getting greedy.
Oh, he's going Wu Shang brain.
No, he dodged into it.
No.
He's running Johnson. Takes game number 1, winning the 1v2 against Noel and Ethan.
Oh.
And that's a big sigh of relief for the blue team. That is knowledge that, all right, we can trust Wrench to win these 1v2s, even if Cosolix falls very early. And it's also like, all right, Cosolix, you didn't completely ruin it for the team. He still put out like 400 plus damage.
Yeah, definitely. There were no meek and meager numbers coming out from anybody in that game, but holy, those 2 and 6 from Ethan, man.
Yeah,
not necessarily one of the like healthiest things you want to see coming out. Definitely that late into the game from a very experienced spear player.
It's one of those things where it's like, if it hits, it's because the opponent was not expecting you to do the same move twice. But it's another thing when it's also like, you're definitely just throwing this out because you're hoping he panic jumps. And that's what it really felt like, as Ethan was like, I'm just going to throw these out. I know if it hits, I'll win. But I'm really hoping he just panics into it. And Wrench staying composed, staying grounded, able to win it out for his team as we get into the next one. And we see swaps. Ethan over to the Hattori, Cosolix on the Scarlet.
Now, one thing that I'm not sure of, and we'll see maybe more of, is how Noel and Ethan played 2v1s. Because they didn't really look very strong in that 2v1. And that's not just because they lost, but we didn't see really like any coordination hardly at all. Like, we were seeing a lot of whiffed punishes from both members that should have happened. We weren't seeing the combo setups. It looked like a very weak 2v1 situation.
It definitely feels like they're a different style of 2v1, right? Like, it's not the trash compactor where they both try to get on the outside and slowly compress them. Cosolix with a fantastic double KO and the down sig to get the second one off of Ethan. But back to the previous point of the 2v1, they don't compress the opponent. Instead, they're kind of handing off who is putting the pressure in the 1v1s.
I don't know if we mentioned, but Cosolix is swapping over to this Scarlet. We'll see how that plays into his signature usage game, as Scarlet has more usable signatures and a higher number of usable signatures for sure compared to Macho Man.
Yeah, and of course the true kill combos off the hammer are going to be a nice addition to those signatures. Goes for the recovery. Nair hits both red team members. Wrench gets extra damage on Ethan on his way back to the stage. Big side air from Cosolix.
Bro, why was Noel like still going in on that? He was super red on his second stock. Cosolix is in like maybe the beginning stages of orange, and he has a lance for in-air movement. Like, why would you go into that unarmed? That seemed reckless.
I get the feeling that this red team is just really eager to get back into control of this one. Currently behind 2 stocks to the blue team. You see Ethan just still charging forward.
Now, one thing that we do have now is, because we're in top 8, we do have this as a best of 5 set. So going down 2 games doesn't mean they're done. We'll see how they adjust. After this, it's going to be a tough one for the red team to take out. Cosolix does have significant damage on him. And then there, again, another hugely whiff punish, as Cosolix was able to dodge through that and get the counter punish onto the red team. He did end up falling. Wrench still on his second stock. Red team not too far behind.
It's always that potential. I love the decision from Ethan. Chase dodge down. Doesn't go for the standard follow-up because Cosolix was there for the punish. But Cosolix, he's got free reign to throw out all the SIGs in the world right now. He's throwing out so many N6. He's just going for N6.
Oh.
He's just going for N6. Hit his teammate on that one.
He's throwing out N6 like Lil Cad was earlier.
Yeah,
and last time, Ethan ended up running into him just like he did a few seconds ago.
Nice side sig from Noel. He's got to win a 1v1 against Wrenched and cannot afford to get hit. He's sticking with the gauntlets. I would have figured sword was the comfort weapon.
Oof. Ooh, that dare. That's all it took. Man, that was close.
And that's another one going the way of the blue team. 713 damage put out from Cosolix. The swap to Scarlet going very well.
Yeah, that was definitely Cosolix's game, picking up 5 KOs as well, in addition to those big damage numbers. Wrenched almost putting out 400, still grabbing a knockout as well. It was that last one that you just saw. See where they go next. I don't think we're going to Shipwreck.
I don't know, man. You know how Noel is. Noel will play the same map time and time again. But unfortunately, it is twos, so I don't think Noel gets 100% say on what map he's going to leave out there. So might be a little bit of discussion as Shipwreck is still there.
Get Enigma out of here.
Yep, and it's going to be Shipwreck.
Okay. They left it open, and I'm not surprised that Cosolix and Wrench took it.
Yeah, Cosolix and Wrench did very well for themselves on Shipwreck not too long ago. And we're going to get right on into game number 3. Of course, Wrenched and Cosolix, if they win this, guaranteed top 3 finish, guaranteed winners final for this team that didn't make top 8 in the last major.
Ooh, that would have been a beautiful D-Sig if Wrench picked that up on the edge. Neutral Sig from Cosolix, only hitting Wrenched. Sidelight recovery, sending Ethan away. Didn't want to go for more follow-up opportunities with the Sidelight Nair. He just wanted to move him away so that Cosolix could turn and put the damage onto Noel. Kind of split those red team members up. Nice side Sig from Wrench, sending Noel flying. Sidelight ends up picking up Ethan as well.
Red team really starting to throw out a lot of signatures. Wrenched able to pick up the downlight recovery, and Cosolix with a big side signature over the corner guarantees the knockout onto Noel.
Neutral light from Wrenched. Immediate side light afterward. Trying to juggle as Ethan's floating along in the air. Ooh, D-light recovery from Noel. Takes Cosolix off the top. 5 stocks to 4. They could find this knockout on Wrench while Cosolix is coming in to respawn. Nice. It's the ground pound from Ethan to clean it up.
They're keeping this one close, but Cosolix doing a really good job fighting back the red team members. That ground pound, so threatening. Good pickup with a neutral signature. So Cosolix just throwing out them signatures, and they are working.
Throwing him out again over on the edge. Ends up hitting nobody, but he doesn't get punished for it. Neutral light from Ethan. The turn. Side light onto Wrench. Ooh, Noel's got to be careful. He's very much in the red. Might be able to take the second stock from Wrench first, though, and he does. Nice turn.
Ooh, goes for the follow-up. Dipped a little low. Cosolix with a sidelight recovery could still take out both of these red team members as he picks up the side air.
Weapon toss goes down. Another weapon toss goes down. Man, the lance went just a little bit wide, so Ethan was able to save his dodge for Wrenched Hammer.
Just barely managed to dip through all of that. Downlight recovery from Ethan. Red team with a slight lead over the blue team.
This is a very important game for Noel and Ethan. They're already down 0-2. Cosolix and Wrenched here in this best of 5. Winner moves on into winners finals. Dude, that is such a good spot to be in. Oh, the weapon toss.
He's gone. Ethan
oh, here comes Ethan in.
That down signature from Bodvar. Wrench had not thrown out that sword down signature very often. Was just enough. Oh my goodness, the team combo with a Russian Mafia inside of it?
Beautiful.
What? Didn't get the knockout, but Ethan, I mean, this is gonna be tough.
If someone's gonna side sig on the edge, like let it be Cosolix to side sig over the edge. Don't just go in and hit Cosolix in the back when Ethan's not anywhere near it. They're still able to clean that up though. They take that set 3-0 in the winners semis to move on to winners finals. Now this is technically an upset, if I'm not mistaken. The projected bracket would have Noel and Ethan taking this. But man, Cosolix and Wrench are on fire today. Good damage numbers. This time, Wrench taking a little bit more of the lead, putting out just over 600 damage, picking up 4 knockouts. Cosolix grabbing 2 and 540 damage. On the other side, a little bit weaker numbers. They did split the KOs 2 and 2. Between Ethan and Noel, a little bit over 400 and a little bit under 400 damage. So it's definitely a tough set for Ethan and Noel. They're going to have to go down into the losers quarterfinals. Several